Hey man, say man, it's your girl JehNotJay back in the building with another banger. And this girl said she was born different because her brain fell out of her skull. I've never heard of anything like this, so the only thing I could say is let's get into it because I don't know. So we're gonna jump into it. Let me start back off rip. Sorry y'all. That's her.
My rare condition caused my brain to fall out the back of my skull.
My brain went all the way down.
It takes me hours to get out of bed every day because of the pain. Other days I can't get out at all.
Hi.
I have unfortunately lost quite a few friends. People have accused me of faking the condition, but I've got the scar to prove it's real. Surgeons perform decompression.
Why would she fake that? Why would anybody fake something? What? That's dead serious. What?
Surgery, but it didn't help for long until the symptoms came back.
It's all slipped back down and there's barely any fluid around my brain again.
I'm waiting on a pioneering new surgery to prevent my brain from slipping any further down. Hopefully it will give me a new chance at life.
Morning. You okay?
Yeah.
What the heck? Are we buffering? What the heck is going on? We buffering?
Thank you.
Oh.
And how you feeling?
Mind your business.
Sore, but I'm alright.
Chiari malformation is a brain condition. My cerebellum, which is the back part of my brain, is slowly slipping down into my spinal canal through the opening in the base of the skull.
Okay. I eat my breakfast lying down because I'm in so much pain in the mornings that I can't sit up. I slowly have to bring myself up on the bed, so I have to eat like this, but it can get quite uncomfortable.
A really bad day, I will not get up whatsoever. I'll be laid down the entire day.
Wow.
It mainly hurts at the back of my head, but my entire body usually hurts.
Every day you walk through the door and it's just emotional.
Aww.
Sorry. You walk through with anticipation that it's going to be a good day. Talk to her 2 minutes and you know it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be a day like that.
The headaches started when I was 7. Didn't think anything of them as they were barely anything. I was skiing when I was 14 and I felt really poorly that skiing holiday.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? We didn't really notice much signs, did we, when you was young?
When I was 14, the pain became consistent. I just felt more and more pain in the back of my head, my neck, my shoulders, down my spine. I was getting weird tingling sensations in my arms and legs.
She went from being a kid that does everything, skis, runs, loved dancing, to lying in bed 90% of the day. It was quite shocking. We took her to the A&E 3 times, and on the 3rd time, Emily was just in so much pain. They didn't know what to do to help her.
I was finally diagnosed in October 2021 when I was 15 after an MRI scan, which me and my dad had to fight for. They kept saying to me, come back when it's worse. And my dad just said, it can't get any worse. She's bedbound, she can't do anything.
I hate when doctors don't listen to people about their bodies. And even if the MRI doesn't give you any information, you won't know unless you do it. Just take every test you can, because if they keep going through things, symptoms keep on happening, obviously something is wrong. And it's crazy because it just made me think of people who I know who felt sick for so long, and they just kept saying something is wrong, and the doctor just kept sending them home with bullshit, ibuprofen, Tylenol, and why would you do they telling you something wrong? Try every test you got at this point, cause we need to make sure. It could be something, you never know. Cancer, it could be anything. You don't know what somebody will have, so if they telling you something wrong, so you gotta believe them, man. People ain't just making up shit with their bodies. They need more than just an ibuprofen, a little band-aid, and go home. Wow.
Wouldn't leave until they looked into it more.
Absolutely.
It was a big relief when we got diagnosed because we knew, didn't we? We had something, the reason why she was getting all these
and
headaches.
Now she could take better.
We had all these question marks before.
At first I didn't understand the scans very well. When I did start to understand, I noticed how severe the Chiari was. I did realise that my brain was herniating quite a lot. This was my first ever MRI, and my brain went all the way down. And you can see the white bit around my brain, it's grey, there's like barely any of it. But then on this, after the decompression, how much more of that there is.
The comparison is amazing, isn't it?
I had decompression brain spinal surgery 3 months after being diagnosed. They remove a bit of my skull, a bit of my spine, remove a bit of my herniating brain, and replace the brain lining with a skin graft from inside my head to expand it. It allowed fluid to flow around my brain, relieving the pain in my head, my neck pain, my back pain. However, a lot of that has come back since. My more recent one here, it's all slipped back down and there's barely any fluid around my brain again. This is my brain stem. I believe that goes down into the filum.
And that's the bit they're gonna cut.
They're gonna cut, yeah.
Right.
I'm hoping to have the filum terminal sectioning surgery in 3 or 4 weeks' time. I have to go to Barcelona for this surgery as it's not done in England and not performed under the NHS. I am having to pay a lot out of my savings, which is quite upsetting as those could be used for my future. But I'm happy to spend them on this, as hopefully this will give me my future. I play a lot of netball a week. I would do training 2 times a week, sometimes 3. When I was 17, roughly a year after my surgery, I just couldn't handle the symptoms that were coming back anymore, so I had to stop. I'm hopeful about the surgery. Hopefully it will give me a new chance at life.
Yeah,
I'm more nervous of the fact if it doesn't work and if it doesn't help me, as it seems to be my last chance to actually help the condition. Hiya, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Emily? How are you feeling? Are you getting any worse, or how are your symptoms?
I'm struggling at the moment. It has been a lot worse the past few weeks. I first met Margot on a Facebook group where people talk about their Chiari, and people who have had this film surgery or are hoping to get the film surgery talk on there. And she is a big advocate for the film surgery.
So they go in and they make a 1-inch incision at the base of your spine, and they clip the ligament, and it releases the tension on the spine. Many people get their neurological symptoms, reduced. In my daughter Caroline, hers was like a tight rubber band. We had to get her handicap pass because she could barely walk. And 4 days after surgery, she was walking up a flight of stairs, not even holding on to the handrail. My other daughter, headaches were gone. She also had swallowing issues where she felt like she had something stuck in her throat. That sensation was completely gone. Very miraculous for my kids.
That is incredible. Gives me a lot of hope hearing that.
Think of a positive outcome, think of my kids, and hopefully that will be the case for you as well.
Yeah.
And you're definitely in good hands.
Thank you so much for talking to me about this.
I wish you the best of luck. Please keep me posted.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Keep us all posted.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
It's crazy.
When Em's having a bad day and I'm coming over, normally she'll be up here. I'll just walk in her house. I'll come upstairs and I'll just sit here with her. It's just really nice to know that we can do that.
Over time, I have unfortunately lost quite a few friends. People have accused me of faking the condition. A lot of my friends, unfortunately, didn't believe me. I know that my condition's real. I know that I struggle with it.
Let me tell you something, girl. They not your fucking friends. They can't be your friends if they don't believe you. A real friend is gonna be concerned about your health and be wanting to help you the rest of the way. They not about to accuse you of faking no shit like that. What? A real friend? Be like, what? Be serious. They want your friends for real. And you know what? It's cool. You don't need them. They show their true colors. Cause now you got the friend next to you. Cause what? Questioning a serious thing like that? Wow.
And I don't blame those who do think that, as they don't experience it, so they don't know.
Weird.
But I just hope through me spreading the awareness that more people understand, are not as naive about chronic illness. I decided to make a TikTok account about my condition and try and spread awareness. I've had many good reactions, positive reactions, and a lot of people come back to me telling me that I've helped them, which is crazy. That's an amazing feeling. That's what I want.
That's what's up,
Bringing
man.
the Chiari situation to the forefront of as many people's lives as she can is going great, so I'm super proud in that sense, super proud.
I just want Emily to get back to normal, be able to do the fun things, be a typical 18-year-old instead of laid down all the time.
Man,
Yeah.
she's so
Good to see
young.
having fun again.
I do hope that me talking about the illness and my struggles helps other people talk about those and also just understand more and know they're not alone.
So Emily recently had her terminal sectioning surgery in Barcelona, and
I'm now 4 days post-surgery and I thought I'd give a little bit of an update. I woke up after the surgery and I had immediate relief. I didn't have any pain in my head. Previously, I couldn't sneeze or cough without being in absolute agony. I have sneezed and coughed since the surgery and with little to no pain in my head, which is absolutely crazy.
Wow. I know she ain't want to spend her savings, but at the same time, now you in a whole nother space, and I hope for a, even speedier, like full blown recovery. Hope they can figure out what's going on and get her better, because she young, and I feel like she got so much more life to live, and the only way to do that is by recovering. And even though you spent your money, you said you on TikTok and stuff, man, look, make you a fund or something. Make you a GoFundMe or something. People need to show love to this girl. Let's get the reading. Where? Yeah, I don't know. Where do people get of calling people with chronic disease liars? I truly pray that they reap what they sow. I have 7 chronic diseases. We are not faking excruciating pain. Poor girl, please fight. I'm fighting too. And anyone else suffering like me, I see you. I believe you. And I need you to keep fighting. I know that's right. I don't know, man. People nowadays, they so quick to assume. They assume everything. And I ain't saying that it's right or it's cool. Like you will see somebody, like, I had seen this video of this dude who was parked in a handicap spot. And these people was mad, like this other handicapped person was mad that he was in a handicap spot. Why you parking handicapped and you can walk? Whole time, he can't fully walk though. Like, he can walk, but he still need a wheelchair for assistance just in case he can't make it all the way. But this man was just pushing himself. So when he got out the car, because he can drive, because he can sit, like, when he got out the car, he still had to get his wheelchair or whatever. Like, it's just crazy. I don't know, man. People just be assuming and it's wrong. It really is wrong. And then what? What do you do then? I gotta apologize? Or people who go into the bathroom and only use the handicapped bathroom like it ain't stalls for people who, are just fine versus handicapped people. Like why would they put these things in place for a reason? So even though a person may not seem like they in a certain, you don't know what nobody got going on. So you gotta be careful who you talk to and watch your approach, and like, be mindful, because it's a lot of stuff going on that you might not know. I feel sorry for her, but it must have been more difficult for her friends and people that accused her of faking her condition. It must be hard not having a brain at all. I know that's right. Talk your ish. Invisible chronic illnesses are so cool. Cruel. Cruel, sorry. It is so easy to dismiss the difficulty of living with illness every day, all day. Congratulations on successful surgery. Prayers that it continues to be curative. I think that a lot of people endured a lot of different bruises and a lot of different pains, and just because you can't see them doesn't mean it's real. Trauma is a real thing. Like, for example, you can't see air, you can't see oxygen. Can you physically see this air around me? No, but you're breathing it. That don't mean it don't exist. You don't have to necessarily see things for it to be true or false. Like, it's not always that. Now, it's ways to see, but at the end of the day, like I said, sometimes it's more than meets the eye. So yeah, that's wrong. I don't know who did that to that girl, but they did wrong. They did wrong. And if you didn't believe her, which is insane to me, you could have simply just figured it out. Like the way her friend went over there and was checking in, and then she probably seen, like, she was going through the picture. She could have showed her friend all that for all I know. But she could have showed you too. And all that doubt would have been gone, and then you would have been the one looking crazy. Cause what for her? New fear unlocked, as I never knew this was a condition. She is so very brave. I wish her the best in life. No facts. Never heard of that condition before. Never heard of it. Never seen it before. This is the first I've ever seen it. And like I said, I pray for the best for that girl. Seriously. Like, I just hope that she overcomes and gets to enjoy her life at as young as she is, because it sounds like she already lost so many years of enjoying herself due to her illness. So, one more. It's always good to get a second opinion when the doctor says nothing is wrong with you. You know there's something going on with your body. I have my own story. In 2017, I started slightly walking like I had a stroke. At the time, it was noticeable. It wasn't noticeable. I could I could feel it. They spelled feel wrong. I was about to say fail. I couldn't feel it, but my mom noticed my walk. Then I started dropping stuff out my hand and wasn't noticing it until I looked down and my left started to go numb. Excuse me. I went to 3 doctors and they ruled out a stroke and meningitis, and all 3 said that they didn't see anything wrong with me. So finally, I found out a doctor who gave me an MRI, and it came back to my surprise that it was a tumor the size of a grapefruit and 1 inch from my brain sitting on my cervical spine. I had a surgery 11 days later, and during my surgery, my neurosurgeon found another tumor growing under the big one. The big one was removed, but the smaller one grew into my spine. The doctor shaved as much as he could off. He didn't try to remove it all due to it may cause me to be paralyzed. So I'm living with some tumor in my spine and got left side weakness. My neurosurgeon said if I didn't have surgery that next year, I probably would have dropped dead or been paralyzed from the neck down. The surgery brought complications, and I have an MRI every year to make sure it doesn't grow back. But now I'm still here and grateful that tumors weren't cancerous. Listen here. Even though you get second opinions, that second doctor could still say no. Get as many opinions as you could get. That's how I feel. You said no, cool, next person, cool, next person, next person. I'm gonna keep on going until whatever's wrong with me ain't wrong no more. Cause like they don't be on it. Like my thing is the way I feel when it come down to it, cause it's not everybody. It's a select few. It's not all doctors. It's not all medical professionals. There are some people that truly do care and go the extra mile. But the way I feel, treat me as if I was your family. Because if it was your family, if it was your daughter or your niece or your cousin or your auntie or your mother, you wouldn't be acting like that. You would go the extra mile. You want every answer possible answered. Every question answer is possible. So, like, with that being said, treat me like that. That's how I feel when it comes to medical personnel. Y'all should treat every single patient like a fan, unless they don't deserve that, because people be acting crazy, but everybody deserves to be healthy and living a nice life regardless of how they act. But at the same time, like, when it comes to something severe and I know that something is wrong with my body, take the extra mile. Take the extra step to make sure I'm cool. And treat me like I could be your family. Like truly, like you really want the best for me, or maybe not a family member, whoever you love the most, treat me like them, because I want to live a prosperous long life. So check in on me, make sure I'm cool. That's the least I ask. I appreciate y'all for coming though. Like I said, man, like, comment, subscribe, share. Keep this girl in y'all prayers. Hope for the best for her, man. She's so young and wow, like I just hope she gets to enjoy her life. So we'll be back with some more bangers and we out of here.